Hey there, it's Angelo. Just checking in. It's getting pretty cold outside. Apparently it's starting to snow on and off. So it's really starting to look like winter now. Um, Not excited about that part of it getting super cold, but it's kind of, one of the necessary things that you deal with the weather here. Other than that, if you could do me a huge favor, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff really helps the channel out. Let me know if I'm doing the right things, the entertaining things, lets me interact with you guys. Overall, it makes the experience better for the both of us, and it just helps me out, and it's free. So with that being said, just want to get into the rest of the video and really talk about plans for the rest of the week. Um, Currently not really sure what's going on. So just been taking it day by day. I think that's probably still a good approach. I'm a little more sore now on my biceps specifically than I was yesterday from working out. So we'll see if I do end up doing something in the sense of like chest and triceps today, or if I wait another day just to let my body acclimate to the weightlifting again, or because I don't think I'm going to be shooting outside if it looks like it's snowing. I think we're going to get back probably later than wanted, and it'll only give me so much time outside. And like I said, it's freezing, which I'm not a huge fan of. So that for me is a no thank you. However, there's other things to do inside always, of course. Like I said, there's wall ball. I could do that for a while. Um, I could do some form of, weightlifting. I can practice shots with a lighter ball. That's something that I do sometimes against the concrete wall. Is I'll have like something similar to a stress ball or a tennis ball. They're usually all around the same size, and you can really practice your form and not worrying about busting your nose off of the bounce back. So that's another thing that I could do. We'll see what I decide to do, uh, as well as, you know, getting ready for, you know, winter lacrosse coming up in next year. So we're having another box lacrosse season. Uh, I'm looking forward to that, seeing how the team's gonna unfold. So that's always good stuff. Um, Other than that, like I said, I feel good. I'm not in any pain. A little sore from weightlifting, as to be expected. It's been a while. It was like I said, it was over 8 weeks, I think, in one of my things. It's probably longer than that, to be honest. Probably closer to 9. So, um, with that being said, just the slow time acclimating, and I think I'll be all right. It just takes a little bit of time. The hardest part about weightlifting to me is getting started, and then once you start, you don't want to stop. So I just got to catch the bug again of wanting it to be part of my habit, and it helps you become a better athlete. Um, it's good for your health. Um, More muscle mass means you burn energy faster, meaning less likely to have, obesity. It's good for the heart. Of course, if you're not putting too much stress, there's always a healthy limit, and then there's the people who go to the extreme. But if you're lifting at a moderate weight and you're not crushing yourself, it's actually pretty good for you in the long run. So it's just one of those habits that I've always liked to have, that I feel like if I don't do for a very long time, I lose my strength very fast, and then um, that makes a problem for recovery. It makes an issue with performance athletically, overall, how well I feel. Um, I can have like joint pain. Um, I remember I used to, but this is when I worked full time doing electrical. I would go home after about, like a 9 hour to 10 hour shift, um, and probably an hour of driving. I would come home, I would go in the garage or in the basement, and I would lift weights afterwards for another hour, and then I would do wall ball for 30 minutes. And I remember I have a video on my phone. At some point, I'll have to put it on here. Eventually, I'll upload the video. I just thought it was hilarious that I have a video of me, like deadlifting in a pair of work jeans, and it was just like how dedicated I was to it at the time. And I'm hoping that soon I can bring that dedication back, because it's a good thing to have. Um, Being able to strongly motivate your own self is important, and other than that, just trying to, like I said, take everything day by day. We're we've got all the hard stuff out of the way, so now it's time to do the easy stuff. Just listen to the doctor's orders, take care of yourself, and keep pushing forward. But other than that, I will be taking it day by day, fighting the good fight as always. I tell you guys to never give up, and no matter who you are, like I always say, you can do something great. You really can, and I really mean that, because there are so many people that have overcome extremely, extremely difficult obstacles, to do great things. You can be one of those people. Keep fighting the good fight. Don't give up when you think you're there and you got it. You got it. Just make it happen. Keep fighting. Do the small stuff. The small stuff adds up. I will see you all very soon.